So I'm super excited because I just got something new for the truck. It's a cutout for my exhaust so that I can electronically control when I want to go straight pipe and when I want to do the actual just normal exhaust. The plan is to do an exhaust kit, but for the time being we're just going to do this. That way you still get that really nice exhaust sound, but then you still have the normal daily driver. Before there's going to be full-blown project race truck, it'll be nice still have normal exhaust. But I do plan on going to an aftermarket exhaust kit. Thinking about doing one of the pre-axle side exhausts. That way when I do the Fiberworks body fenders, I can actually just integrate it into the side, because I think that's a super clean look. So I'm super stoked. Hopefully getting this on this weekend. It's gonna be awesome. So I'm up underneath the truck, and it's looking like this section of pipe right here before the muffler is gonna be my best place to put it. So here's a sound of just the factory exhaust. So normally I would have tested to make sure that it worked first, because it's just got this, it had a little 12-volt plug-in, but I knew I wasn't going to be using that because I wanted to hardwire it in. So I've extended that so that way I can get it to the ground and to the power. And this is the actual little unit that the remote hooks up to. So that is ran from the cable all the way down the exhaust into the actual unit. Just got a little plug just like that. So I went ahead, I already ran the wire underneath the truck, so I want to make sure it's going to be long enough before I actually started cutting into my exhaust, and then I would have been just straight piping all the time. So that's the wire. It's got plenty of room. So now I'm gonna go ahead and finish splicing it together, and then once I got it all wired up, I will make sure I know where I'm gonna cut on the frame, and then we'll go from there. So this is the unit that the remote speaks with. So there's your 12 volt in, and then that's your power. So like if you're running twin exhaust, you had two cutouts, you could power two of them. I wasn't sure where I was gonna run it, so what I think I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna end up putting it underneath there so I can still get my box off, but just zip tying it right to there, and it'll be out of the way. So should be simple enough. Got that zip tied, and I'll clip those off. But what I did is wired it into my controller. I still gotta connect the ground, but run the power into the box. But that way I can run it off this light. So if I don't want it to, make sure it's closed, and then this is the remote. Make sure the remote won't actually do anything if this isn't powered, and then I can control it that way. Otherwise, the way they have you control it is they have you plug it into the cigarette lighter, which I didn't want to do because that's what I run my CB off of. So I'll figure out a place. I'll hang this somewhere in the cab. I don't know where, but That way I can control it, you know, off of that, so it might just end up getting put close by. But making progress. I'd say that's appropriate for the cutout. I've got everything hooked up and I just got the wires run out here, but this is how it's gonna work. And all it is just a little remote. Opens and closes. Gonna be sweet. Oh, ran into a little bit of a snag because I bought a 3-inch cutout and it looks like my factory is 2 3/4. So I got all that play, which means these aren't gonna work up the system. So I need a coupler that is 2 7/8 to 3-inch, which I don't even know if I can get that at like O'Reilly's. We're gonna find out. So once again, trying to get all the parts that I need to finally put this on the truck, but that coupler is not gonna work because it's the same size as the pipe. Really struggling with this. What I need to do is just go out and get a 3-inch exhaust. But we're gonna make this work. I could run it this way, where I actually just go out and get some 2 3/4 ID pipe, because it'll fit inside the 3-inch and then it'll fit over my stock exhaust. Okay, so finally figured out everything I need. So I got my coupler, and then we're going back to these bands, which I'm not super happy about, but it's the only way we can go from the 3-inch to the 2 3/4 to my exhaust. So we're gonna make it work. We're gonna seal it up. Okay, so it's not pretty, but it's gonna get the job done. So we just use some Permatex exhaust sealer, high temp. So now I just need to get my measurement, how long it is, find out how long and what section I need to cut out, and then stick her in. Okay, so it's gonna be 19 1/4 in full length. Gotta cut. Wow, okay. Did not expect that to be a problem. I don't have enough straight pipe to put this anywhere. Oh, sorry. All right, so we are currently going to O'Reilly's because I need to get a new exhaust hanger, because I got to cut out a section where the factory hanger is, because that's the only straight part of the pipe and I need that 19 1/4 inches. So we're going to O'Reilly's. Fun part is I get to drive my mom's car, which is an SRT, or no, an RT Hemi Durango, so that's always fun. So let's put the power down. So you would think for an SUV that this thing would be super slow, but honestly, like, the Hemi is killer. So check this out. I mean, the speed that this thing has is pretty incredible for how heavy it is. Okay, well, O'Reilly's didn't have what we need, so now we're going to Home Depot.
So right here is where I realized that on my exhaust, I should have cut it shorter. I should have taken the measurement from halfway through the coupler at the tapered end so that the existing exhaust pipe would fit into it and would have some space into it. And I messed that up. I didn't leave enough pipe. So I was able to make a fix. I wasn't very happy with it. It's working for now, but it's definitely something that's going to have to be addressed. What I ended up doing was expanding the band clamps. I just loosened them up, pulled the coupler wider. So essentially the band clip is kind of becoming part of the exhaust because it's not, the clamp or the coupler and the exhaust aren't mated together. So it ended up stretching it just enough to get me what I need. Now the biggest thing that I'm worried about with it is that because there's less space there now, is it could potentially pop off, and some, you know, and then I'd be running straight piped again. But luckily, because they're just bands, I can just undo it, tighten it again. But it's definitely something I have to address down the road. Yep, we got it all mounted up. Not as pretty as I wanted it, not by a long shot, but gonna be wonderful.